Pretties, welcome to Vevserel. So today I have my plan to pan for 2024 finale. There you go. Words. I'm trying to retain all this information. I just watched my intro at the beginning of the year and I just watched my mid-year check-in. So I'm trying to retain as much of that information as I can so we're just gonna get through it. First things first, let's talk about the one that we're just gonna forget about, okay? And that is all these goddamn samples that I did not get to. I did finish some samples, but these did not get to, okay? It is what it is. We'll work on it next year. If I can at least finish a couple, I'll count that as a win, you know? So there's that. I'm gonna quickly recap the ones that I essentially just like took out mid-year. And the ones that I took out mid-year was the Bare Minerals foundation, which honestly, I actually did some like slight progress, but not much. So I took this one out mid-year. I also took the Mulan blush. This one was taken out mid-year. And then another one that was taken out were these two shades. These are two older shadows. I took those bitches out too. So you know. That's that. Let's talk on the ones that I did not meet goal on. And I think this should be pretty obvious for everybody. It's gonna be these right here. And I have my ColourPop one, Super Shock Shadows from palettes that I put into this because I wanted to preserve them here. And I was like, I'm gonna try to hit goal pan on all of them. I didn't. And then I had two shadows. One I actually did officially finish. So I'm really excited about that. And I had crushed it and I put it in this little thingy and officially finished it. So huge major spoiler alert, by the way, for my Project Pan finale. This is like huge major spoiler alert. This is one of them. I finished it. And then I was trying to hit pan. Honestly, I still have like a little bit over a week left of the year. And now I'm officially gonna try to use this one on to like set my eyeshadow primer. There is a massive dip on this. And it is very thin throughout the entire pan, not anywhere in particular. I could hit pan on this in the next week. Could. Is it gonna be a big pan? No. But could I do it? Yes. So we'll see. This ones will be rolling over next year. I'm gonna incorporate, I'm gonna try to hit pan on them at some point, but this year was not it. It is what it is. Sometimes, you know, you win some, you lose some. Let's see. I'm like not sure where to start. I'm gonna look a little, like I'm trying to recall as much information as possible. So some goals that I hit pan, y'all. I'm so excited. It's not a huge pan, but I hit pan and I'm hoping I can finish that next year. I'm really excited about hitting pan on that. And I expanded the pan on this one like I said I would, and I'm gonna try to keep expanding that for the next week or so. And it's really thin just in this little corner area right here, so I'm trying to just make that like a really nice big pan, so when I throw it away at the end of the year I don't feel too bad about it, because that is old as hell, and so I cannot wait to get rid of it. And also I just don't love it, period. So I feel good throwing it away. Also super old, super old. And look at that pan! It just happened this week, by the way. I hit pan this week. Like, I think it was like a Monday or Tuesday or some shit like that. I just hit pan. I'm super excited about that. Okay, moving on. I had a couple that I brought in the mid-year, so let's talk about that real quick. And that's going to be on the Rare Beauty, and I was trying to finish it, and I sure enough did. I mean, it was super tiny, so if I didn't, that's a problem. And then I thought this bucket was behind me, but it wasn't, so I'm moving it behind me. I had this, it was Laura Mercier, like the mini deluxe size. It was simple, technical example, but it was a ton of product. It was a setting powder, but it was extremely too dark. So I was using it as a bronzer, and I finished it. So really excited about that. I brought in two foundations, which when I figured out that my ColourPop was expiring, I did decide to essentially stop trying to pan this one. Although I did make some progress from when it started, but I honestly have not been using it. I've been using it maybe like once a month, and there's some slight usage from it, but really not much. The formula is fine. I'm not worried about it. If I wanted to work on this and finish it, I could finish this in like 2-3 months because it goes really quickly, just the kind of formula that it is. But it's gonna have to be going on to next year, and I already plan on trying to finish it. And then the ColourPop one, I was trying to get as much views out of it as I could before the end of the year, because my goal, because I can tell it's expiring, like it has these little beads that weren't there before. I was gonna throw it away at the end of this year, but I haven't experienced any like reactions, or at least I think I haven't. So I think I'm gonna keep going and try to finish it. But I will not be repurchasing it. I will repurchase it, but I will not be repurchasing it until I finish other things in my collection. So lesson learned, don't buy backups, because I bought this one as a backup and it literally just stayed unopened for a year. And then when I opened it, I was like, oh shit, this is not the same formula, because this is like my 4th tube of these. I love these ones. But I mean, in 6 months, it was essentially brand new. Look at how much product I've gone through. I'm really proud of myself. There's not that much left. I mean, there's some here, right here on the side, and a little bit right here at the bottom. I mean, there's a decent amount of product, like a solid three months of use here, but I'm really proud of myself. That was a lot of, that was work, and I like putting it on, so, you know, no concern there. No concern there. Let's go. Oh, I have 2 more that I did not like do what I was trying to do. So 3 more, sorry. I have the REM concealer, and I mean, I've been using the hell out of this. The pan on this is, I feel like it's blurry. There you go. Oh, no. Why is it so blurry? Focus, baby. Okay, never mind. But this massive dip on this. I feel like I'm just waiting for the jar. It's gonna happen soon, but this one's gonna be rolling over. I'm really proud with the progress, honestly, that I did on this, so not mad about it at all. This one's just gonna have to roll over. One where I'm just glad I hit pan. I really thought I was gonna finish this by, like, I think I said on the intros, like, by the mid-year, if I've already hit pan or am I close to finishing it, then I'm gonna roll something else in, which was a Mulan one. Then by halfway through the year in the mid-chick, I'm like, girls, that ain't happening. Like, that is no way that's happening. It was a huge dip, but I wasn't even close to hitting that pan. And it's funny because I'm somebody that goes through blush really quickly, but this one has really given me a run for my money, and it's just because it's so pigmented though. But something I will say though, I am not tired of it. I am not tired of this blush at all, because it was one of my favorites at the beginning of the year, and it's still one of my favorites at the end of the year, and that on itself is an accomplishment. Because if you've ever tried to pan anything at all, you know that usually like halfway through you're like, I'm fucking tired of this. And this one, still a favorite. And I have a new project pan. I have a face palette, and I really need to put this away. But I mean, technically those are kind of running at the same time, so I mean, I'm still reaching for that other one. This is the one that I'm wearing today, the other one, but I'm like, I need to put this away literally on like December 31st, because otherwise I'm gonna keep reaching for this. And I've been loving it, and again, that on itself, an accomplishment, and I'm very proud of myself for that. Another one, and it's gonna be Ghosted. I didn't finish Ghosted. I mean, I used it very consistently. At this point, I do feel like I need to throw it away because it's very expired. I bought this when they launched back in 2018, so it's going on year number 7. So I do think it's time to go. The formula of these are so nice. They're creamy, they're pigmented, you can sheer them out. Honestly, this is a great formula. I would consider buying more bullet glow sticks from them, but I need to finish way more product before I could even consider going into this. So yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention some things that I got rid of. Let's talk about that for a second. I wrote it down. And I mentioned this at the mid-year checkup, you know. I had decluttered the lip liner for NYX, and I had already decluttered at the mid-year check-in. I have the e.l.f. primer that I decluttered. I gave it to my sister because it's one of her favorite primers. It's her favorite primer, and it was not my favorite. So I was like, yeah, girl, keep it. And then the product that I couldn't remember the mid-year check-in, and I know what it is now, is L'Art de Los Angeles Coral Pop and L'Art de Los Angeles in Cabana liquid lipsticks. I had to get rid of them. I decluttered them because they expired on me. So I had to get rid of them. And then at the mid-year, for whatever reason, I decided to give myself the challenge to finish 15 lip products by the end of the year. And I'm currently at 11. And could honestly finish 3 more. I have a possibility of finishing 3 more. So I could potentially finish the year at 14. How crazy is that? But even if I don't, I mean, 11 out of 15, that's a good year as far as I'm concerned. I could have finished a lot more if I was smarter with how I project pan. The first 6 months of the year, I was not thinking. I did not have my thinking cap on at the beginning of the year. But halfway through, I just was coming through. And you're gonna see that with the next couple of things, because I'm gonna go over things that I finished. Some of this you might have seen in the mid-year check-in, some of them you didn't. Oh, before we do that, actually, we have to talk about Soul Body. So when this entered the project pan, I did have a bit of a pan already, but there was a ton of product. And by the mid-year check-in, I had a pretty decent pan, but it was pretty thin on the outside, and I really just like extended that, and now it's like there's almost nothing there. However, I have decided to declutter this at the end of the year, and I don't know if you can tell, but there's dog hairs, okay? There's dog hairs stuck all over the perimeter. It's kind of really gross. I don't like the color. I never liked the color, even at the beginning. The formula is honestly really nice. You get a bunch of money for your, you get a lot of product and usage for your money. So honestly, that being said, the only thing I didn't like about this was the color. I should have gone the shade lighter, and that is a little more like a golden undertone versus this more orangey undertone. This was not for me. That being said, I will declutter it. I feel like I've got my money's worth out of this. I feel a little grossed out whenever I look at it. I'm still using it. I'm gonna keep using it for the next week or so until the end of the year, but I don't want to put it on my face anymore. I'm done. And I'm very glad about that, because I feel good about this. And would I consider buying one of these later on in the correct shade? No, I wouldn't. And although it's a nice formula, there's other formulas that I just like better. And this is not my preferred packaging. I really do prefer more like cream stick formulas, like the one from Persona Cosmetics or Rare Beauty. I just like the stick better. I don't like it like this, because I have dog hairs. They're literally flying everywhere. I have huskies. I have 2 huskies. There's hair everywhere in my fucking house. I can't do this. So I will be decluttering this at the end of the year, and I'm okay with that. I've come to that decision. Oh, right. Products that I did reach my goal. The blush. Disgrace that it was even here at the beginning of the year. Just disgraceful. So I did have the Rare Beauty gloss, and I finished it. I finished another one of this ColourPop in Give Me Some More, and honestly guys, this is one that if I really work on it, I could get rid of this motherfucker. by the end of the year, because this is all I have left. Okay, I know what you're thinking. It's like, girl, that's quite a bit of product, but and I don't actually wear this with makeup, but this is, I mean, I'm filming this on the 22nd. Holy shit, it's my sister's birthday. I have to call her. I forgot what year it was. I have to call my sister. Okay, so I'm filming this on 22nd, which means I have about 9 days left. I could finish this in 9 days, potentially. So this is one that I'm like, I could finish it. And this in the shade of City of Stars. It's just not the right shade for me. I could make it work if I sheer it out, but honestly, I've just been using it when I go out for my walk, grocery shopping, when I'm not wearing makeup. That's when this shines, okay? I could get rid of it. I think I can do it. I was about to put it away. Fingers crossed I can do it. One that I think we should all be excited about. This was the mid-year, and I still have product in here, but I finished this motherfucker. I'm really excited. It's on display from, again, that ColourPop Luxe formula. It's really nice, the cream formula, and it was just like a Hollywood red, and it was gorgeous, and I really enjoyed it. And I'm back to wearing reds again. I was not expecting that. And this was really close to being done at the mid-year check-in, but it is completely gone. And this is not Hibiscus from Persona, because I just remembered I had finished Hibiscus already, and I just had the empty packaging, and it was the ones from Odin's Eye. The little wand had fallen off. The wand had fallen off from the Odin's Eye packaging, so I just took out the stopper, transfer all the product here, and they're both red hibiscus and this one, so even if a little bit was left over, it would have been fine. And so I finished this motherfucker. I'm really excited. I have the primer right here from Glow Recipe. I'm really excited I finished that. I'm pretty close to finishing another primer, so I'm hoping I can add some more empties for my end of the year. I finished the ColourPop concealer, but I have finished that one already in the mid-year. This one I hadn't though, and it's the peach. And so spoiler alert, by the way, spoiler alert, I finished it for my project pan. So you're gonna see that at the finale, I guess, of that. Let's see, one that I did finish a couple months ago was the Sigma one, and I will not repurchase this. This was way too expensive and it went way too quickly. This was gone in like maybe 2.5 months of usage. So that. I'm real happy. This was gone by mid-year, but aren't we all just happy about that? The gag of them all is the fact that I hadn't finished it last year, but it's finally gone. You should have seen this a while ago. This one actually finished on camera. But yeah, this eyeliner is gone, literally gone. And I think that's everything. I'm gonna look at my desk. Yeah, that was it. All right, so I feel pretty good about it. The only one that I think I could potentially still kind of work on, and you might see some differences, that I may hit pan on this. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier, which is to move one of those like cream shades that I was trying to finish and put them in the same pan as all the little glittery shades, because I've used this so much more since I've done this. These little ones, I've used them so much more, because I use this to like do the inner corner and like the brow bone, and so that is a step that I almost never skip. So if I'm already doing like the finishing touches, like, oh, I could add a little glitter, a little glitter, genius. But I had to, one of the shades, I had 4 here before, one of the shades crumbled into my carpet, and I was not gonna put that in my eyeballs. So I was like, you're done. You're just gonna have to go in the trash. And so since that spot opened up in the little quad, I just kind of moved it over here, and it worked. I should have done that from the beginning. I was not thinking. I'm telling you guys, my thinking cap not on the first 6 months on me. So I could potentially hit pan on that. I could potentially finish this by the year. I really hope I do, and I count that as a win. And that's it. If from the things that you've decided to try to pan but this year, what are some goals that you've already reached or that you're really close on finishing? Let me know. I want to hear about it. Leave it in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.